coming up, coffee's pouring strong. Talking Tigers all morning long. Saints exceed headlines on the screen. Breaking it down with a little caffeine. Grab your mug, come on in, let's wake this day and let it begin. It's Morning Scone, everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold, stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with Morning Scone. It's Morning Scone, everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold, stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with Morning Scone. Where the coffee's hot, the takes are hotter.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. Need an orthopedist, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call the winner of the best roofing company in the best of Baton Rouge, Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, 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 15% off your order. And of course, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Wait, someone's saying Mike. Oh, that should be better. Should have me now. There we go. All right. So we know our three LSU attendees for SEC Football Media Days. And by the way, if you are a fan of Locked on LSU, you already knew the three attendees. I suspect we might be hearing more from Whitweek's TJ Daugherty and Trades Green with SEC Media Days right around the bend. We'll find out who LSU's bringing soon enough. Might be some names there to keep an eye on. All right, it's going to do it for us here on today. Sometimes I tell you the story. Sometimes I tell you the story without telling you the story. So Weeks, Daugherty, and Trades Green, I'm really bummed. No Sam Leavitt. The group they're bringing is perfectly fine. Weeks is great energy, might be the number 18 jersey this year. Daugherty led the SEC in tackles, followed Kiffin from Ole Miss to Baton Rouge, and Trades could be the breakout star of the college football season. He's certainly one of the candidates to be that. So, I mean, that three good choices, but not bringing your quarterback is something I'm never okay with. I think every team should always bring their quarterback. So, and, you know, Sam Leavitt's been an LSU Tiger for 6 months, and he hasn't said a word in front of a microphone. We've gotten zero from Sam Leavitt. Nothing about his decision to pick LSU, the meeting at the airport with Lane Kiffin, injury, his recovery, learning a new offense, all of it. So would love to hear from LSU's quarterback who they're paying a lot of money to, who's been to a college football playoff and has been a 3-year starter and has been at Michigan State, Arizona State, now LSU. I think Sam Leavitt could acquit himself just fine at SEC Media Days, but they're not bringing him. So whatever. Okay, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. Let's say some good mornings here. Let me know what you got. Anything, fire away. Tyga, Poppy, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Mike, good morning. Michael, good morning. Disappointed Lane's not bringing Sam Leavitt. I think he's trying to shift the narrative away from his injury. Your thoughts? I mean, sure, he's going to be asked about the injury. But if you don't trust Sam Leavitt to answer questions over a 4-hour period when they'll have plenty of coaching before they leave, what are you doing? You know? I just think not bringing your quarterback is just, it's a missed opportunity and it doesn't serve the event. Like the thing that I say, and I understand most fans don't necessarily consider it through the media's prism, and I understand that. Because why would you? But what I try to do is sort of help give sort of an explanation, some context around there, because like this event is media days. Like the media is invited to a place where all the people from the conference come together and you're supposed to cover and tell the stories of the conference. Well, like when you're talking about LSU, I'm not sure there's any more interesting story on the roster than Sam Leavitt. So what am I, why am I getting on a plane and going to Tampa? You know, 9 schools, 9 schools are bringing their quarterback. No, I'll do it off the top of my head. Arch, Gunnar Stockton, Lenore Sellers, John Mateer. Kentucky's bringing Kenny Minchie. Auburn's bringing Byron Brown. Trinidad Chambliss. Kamario Taylor from Mississippi State. And who's the other one I'm missing? Oh, Marcel Reed, A&M. Bring your quarterback. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Justin, Brett, Craig. Is there any DSAs that came from the transfer portal? No, that's not. You would have had to. Well, you would have had to. Well, let me think about that, Craig, because so the only players that could have been DSA'd were freshmen last year. So when I look at the portal class for LSU, some of the pitchers, let's see, Waters no, Walks no, I guess like Angel Laya could have been. I'll need to check. And then let me add, it's a good question. So Landon Hood from Gonzaga. So Dawson Park is a no. Bino Waters is a no. Cade Curlin's a no. Walks is a no. Diego Velasquez from USC. Angel Laya from Oregon. Were freshmen a year ago. So those 3 could have been. I'll ask. But either way, said the numbers are good. So Lane's always calculated with his moves. Hey, Bubba, good morning. Q, what up, man? Good morning. Alan, good morning. Patrick, good morning. Happy hump day. Woke up on the right side of the dirt. Figured I'd pay a visit. Hope you had a good NYC trip. Enjoyed a great week there. Lots of food, lots of walking. It's interesting, man. You wouldn't think of it, but most people in New York are really fit, and it's because everybody walks everywhere. Was part of why everybody walks everywhere. But or it's part of the reason they're fit is because everybody walks everywhere. But yes, New York was great. It was a quick trip for me, but really enjoyed it and always do. Always love going to the city. And 48 hours is a blink in New York, but if you go, every time you go, if you do something different, you just keep checking boxes of a lot of different things in New York. So it was cool to be there. Hey, Rocky, good morning. Sucks Leavitt isn't going to be at media days. I would love to hear him talk LSU football. Me too. Mojo, good morning. Should we be at all concerned about Sam Leavitt's health? Seems funny he's been kept away from the media. Should we be at all concerned about his health? Yes. That's a very natural concern. You spend a lot of money on Sam Leavitt. He's coming off a very serious injury. Now, it seems as though, as of right now, he's doing fine. Lane Kiffin said he was on GPS and ran up to 21 miles an hour. We've all seen the video of him dunking on the goalpost at the indoor, which would certainly indicate that he's healthy. I have spoken to people who have been at their off-season workouts. I have not been, but that he's a full participant, full go. So I think he's fine as of now. But, what's the risk of re-aggravating that injury? It said, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an orthopedist. Maybe I could ask one of our friends over at Brock who might be able to give us some insight there. Dale, General Wade find a good option at point. Well, Dale, I mean, RJ Lewis is the guy, right? So Yamadar is the 25-year-old who signed with a new deal with his Israeli team. So he's not coming. He's staying professionally overseas. And RJ Lewis was the former Big East Player of the Year, but my feelings on that. Like, he signed a two-way contract in the G League, and I do not believe that a two-way contract with an NBA team. And I do not believe that he should play or be eligible. Now, I think LSU is going to fight for his eligibility, and I will criticize them for doing so when they do that, the same way I criticized Alabama with Charles Bediako and Ole Miss with Trinidad Chambliss and Tennessee with Joey Aguilar. And we have rules. And everyone complains that it's the Wild Wild West and there's no rules. No, there's rules. It's just when the NCAA tries to enforce the rules, people don't want to abide by their enforcement. And so they go to court. Well, you want to have your cake and eat it too. So, Dale, as of now, maybe not. Steven, good morning. Do you know if Jaden or Joey B has discussed with Leavitt on his potential becoming King of Louisiana or be number 249 in the draft? Number 249 in the draft? I don't know what you mean. Hey, Jordan, how does Dabo feel about Conor McGregor's injury going forward? It's funny. Someone did ask Dabo that the other day.
Walker Parks, is he?
Oh, he'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be good to go.
I see what you did. Hey, Jay, good morning. Looking forward to Tiger Stadium September 5th. It will be full throttle. Also, looking forward to being in Oxford September 19th. Should be an interesting atmosphere as well. So I will be in Tiger Stadium for the Clemson game. Looking forward to that. I think I am going to make the Ole Miss trip. Erica and I are planning to go to Kentucky. So we'll do the Bourbon Trail. Looking forward to that. And I was invited by our friends at Our Lady of the Lake to go with them to Arkansas. So, and interestingly, I've been to Little Rock plenty. I've never been to Fayetteville for a football game. So I'll get to check that box for that stadium as well. So the only stadiums in the SEC I haven't been to are Texas, Oklahoma. I didn't go in 2019 when LSU played at Texas. So I haven't been to Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Fayetteville. I've been to Little Rock, but I've been to Fayetteville. So I'll get to check that one off. Hey, Corey, good morning. Brad, good morning. I didn't know after games, media gets to pick which players to interview. I thought it was head coach that picked. So we don't get to pick, Brad, and so I referenced that. But what happens is around the end of the third quarter, midway through the fourth, they pass out interview sheets, request sheets. So if there's a player you want to talk to, you write the player's name and they're submitted. Then I guess Sports Information makes the determination if they bring out that player. They tell the player, hey, you were requested for an interview, and they have the option to come out and do interviews if they want. So yes, we get the option at the end of working meet. Now, not in the NFL, it's open locker room. So in the NFL, after the 15-minute cooling off period, the media goes in the locker room. You talk to anybody, and all the players are contractually obligated to stay and do media. In college, it's the media is in a room and they bring the players in. Actually, if y'all saw the video of Ed Ogeron doing the Tiger Stadium tour with the recruits, right? Let's see if I still have that video. I think I took it down. Thought I might still have it in there. Anyway, so that video that the perspective of Ed, his back is to the wind bar and he's talking to all the people, pumping them up, best sound in football, LSU Tigers going to war. Well, if you're from that perspective, if you're looking at the double doors going to the goalposts and you look immediately to your right, there's a ready room right there. And that's where the post-game press conferences happen. So that's where when you go in that door, there's another door on the backside that leads into the coach's locker room. And so the coach comes out of that door from the coach's locker room into the ready room, does his interview, and then they put up all the when the coach is done, they put up all the step and repeats, and the players walk in and do their interviews. Hey, Jay, good morning. Lowell, good morning. Hogan, good morning. Bravo, and calling out the runts. Well, I mean, come on. I don't, by the way, I'm not mad at Ole Miss for, not mad at Ole Miss for trying to enforce a contract. I mean, Washington did the same thing with Damon Williams. So I'm not mad at them for enforcing that contract. The problem I have is their weak-minded athletic director who got punked by Lane Kiffin and embarrassed, who keeps trying to puff out his chest and flex, who tries to do that publicly. You can go recoup $1 million without calling out the players. What are we doing, man? Come on. Hey, Dalen, what's up? Is there a cap on the amount of players you can DSA? What's the point of having a set roster number if teams are just going to exceed it? Well, the point of the DSA, again, like I've explained this, but to explain it again, so when the roster number was higher, and it was complicated because of COVID as well, because you had guys with extra years of eligibility. So when they went to the House settlement and they capped the roster at 34, let's say a team had 40 guys on their roster, okay? And now all of a sudden, in one day, the House settlement's approved. Now you can only have 34. Well, teams were going to have to go cut players. And so they didn't want guys to lose a spot. So what they gave teams the option, and it was only for last year. You can't DSA this year. It was only for last year with the incoming freshmen. Basically to say, okay, if you have a guy currently on the roster, you can DSA these freshmen to get within the number compliance, so you don't have to cut anybody to get to 34. And that will naturally work itself out, because then you'll have a senior class graduate or guys will transfer, whatever the case may be. So you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, you can't DSA anybody anymore. It was just the freshman class last year, so you didn't have to cut players after the House settlement went into effect. Hey, Dad, good morning. Falcon with a hat, good morning. Matt, Drew, Erica, by the way, I'm not a Falcon fan. It's a little odd that you're a Falcon with a hat. Just saying. Kenneth, good morning. Do you love Brian Kelly so much? Do you love Brian Kelly so much is because he gave the media so much access? Kenneth, it's interesting. I get asked a lot about, or I get accused of Brian loving Brian Kelly, whatever. I don't love Brian Kelly. I respect him professionally. He respected us professionally. That was very good. What I won't do is allow the conversation to be distorted about Brian Kelly's time in Baton Rouge. Because the easy thing that always happens when someone gets fired, and it's generally fans that do it, because you have the luxury of being emotional and nobody calls you on it, is you basically speak ill of the dead. You tinkle on their grave. You only point out the negative instead of acknowledging there was good as well. And that's the problem. Like, Brian Kelly made mistakes. He whiffed on the Matt House hire, and he whiffed on the Joe Sloan hire, and he acknowledged that yesterday. Similarly, you look at Ed Ogeron's hires. When he made coordinator hires, that's what it cost him his job, basically. Ed Ogeron hired Matt Canada, Bo Pelini, Jake Peets, Durante Jones. Those are the hires that Ed made for coordinators. He inherited Dave Aranda and then replaced him with Pelini, Durante Jones. And Steve Ensminger was a Les Miles hire. And instead of retaining Ensminger as OC, after the 16 interim stint, he went and hired Matt Canada, and that blew up in his face. My point is, like, yeah, you make bad coordinator hires, like, it's going to cost you. I think that cost Kelly, and I also think he is a Hall of Fame caliber coach who won everywhere that he's been, had a Heisman winner at LSU, had a couple of 10-win seasons, had some great wins at LSU. Also, they realized it wasn't going the direction they wanted, so they moved on. And you can't get blown out by A&M, and you can't lose to Vandy. And, Nussmeier's injury, whatever, the thing on his back, certainly contributed to that. But my point is, I'm just never going to be the guy that tells one part of the story. We're going to tell the whole story, whether that's convenient for you or not. Crystal, good morning. How's the decision made who to bring to media days? I think every school does it differently, and they don't really disclose. Sometimes the coach, a head coach does it. Sometimes they do it like as a reward for veteran players. Sometimes Sports Information might do it. But I don't know how Lane Kiffin and this staff chose these three. Hey, Steven, has y'all's on-air guys ever discussed doing an on-site pregame tailgate podcast from Tiger Stadium? Get the mixed nuts, Cowboy Mouth, the Jam, Bud Light, the sponsor, Smoke a Bocock, sip on the sponsor. So I love that idea. The LSU is very particular about live broadcasts on campus. So Eagle 98.1 game day, remember, is at Rouse's. The only broadcast on campus is the network pregame show that Hunt does from Tiger One Village in between the PMAC and Tiger Stadium. So even like when like ESPN Radio Game Day, like they do it over at Walk-Ons. Barstool did their show over at Fred's. Like College Game Day, I think, is literally the only show that's not an LSU property that broadcasts on campus on game day. Hey, Jack. Bailey, surprised Brian Kelly didn't also talk about LSU rattling a tin cup when he was there. What do you mean? Phil, good morning. Have a great day. JW, good morning, Matt. Tinfoil hat thought. Is Leavitt maybe not as far along as we've been told? I don't think so, JW. Like, I think Sam Leavitt is as far along. I believe he ran 21 miles an hour on the GPS. We all saw him do the video where he – but this is the point, though, right? Like, when you hide a player and you are – and I say it all the time. Like, every coach, it's their prerogative. They can run their program how they want. It's their prerogative. The flip, like the trade-off is if you look like you're hiding something, then people are going to start to ask questions like JW just did. Are you hiding something? Is Leavitt really not as healthy? Like, and so that conversation is going to happen. So you want to quiet that down? It's easy. Like, let the guy do an interview. Hey, Lynn. Marrero defensive line, Drake Nevis, Johnny Mitchell, Marlon Favorite, Big Fave. Hey, Robbie, good morning. Favorite baseball player is Angel Star Mike Trout, who's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Trout is a loyal player, doesn't want to be traded, will never win in Anaheim. He deserves to win a World Series. Your thoughts on Trout? Trout, for the first decade of his career, is one of the greatest players in the history of the game. I would comp his career to like Mickey Mantle or Ted Williams. Williams obviously had his career interrupted by World War II service. Mickey Mantle's career was disrupted and cut short by injury. And that's sort of what's happened with Trout. Played in the All-Star game. And it's the first time since 2019 Trout made an All-Star game. He's just had an injury-riddled, half decade or so. But I can certainly respect anyone for being loyal to a franchise. We could talk about loyalty, but he also got paid nearly $500 million by the Angels on that long-term contract. So he got to live in LA, make a lot of money, be the face of that franchise, play in one place. That's what he wanted to do. So other guys chase rings. And it's funny how sometimes we criticize players who are ring chasing. And then we look at Mike Trout and we're like, why don't you go somewhere where you can win a ring? Well, I mean, to each their own, I guess. But yeah, Mike Trout is not only is he a first ballot Hall of Famer, Mike Trout should be a unanimous Hall of Famer. Okay, get back to your questions and comments first.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Okay, Parish Construction and Roof. Remember, if you need orthopedics, you go to Brock. Brock, Rock and Wine is coming up, y'all. Saturday, August 1st, just a few weeks away, 2 weeks from Saturday, inside of the South Stadium Club at Tiger Stadium. All the food, all the wine, live music, and a beautiful venue, a live auction, beautiful venue right there in South Stadium Club in Tiger Stadium. brortho.com for your tickets. Parish Construction and Roofing, alongside our new partner, Drew Brees, we are giving away 2 fortified roofs over at Parish Construction and Roofing. Super easy. Go to parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. If you're interested in winning a fortified roof, no inspection needed, nothing like that on this one. It's just we are giving away 2 fortified roofs, one to a greater Baton Rouge area homeowner, one to a greater New Orleans area homeowner. So go to parishbuilt.com to get the info about how you can enter. A unique physique, unique aesthetics, and wellness. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Check them out at uniquephysique.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars, code MAT15, 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 15% off your order. I am going to see Crystal Poche tomorrow at Restored Motions. Fired up about that. Post some content when I'm there. And, of course, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU together, we roar. Let's see. Mark, good morning. Sunbelt Media Day. Are the Pelicans running it back with the same roster as last year? What is Joe Tumars doing? I've told you I'll give him time. I'll be patient. I'll give him time. But if they tip it off this year with the same roster, bro. Let's see. What up, G? I was unaware we had a new banger of a track to start off Morning Scone. Yeah, man. So when we were on vacation, we started with the new theme song. If you just joined us, if you don't love the theme song, I'm playing the theme song effectively. It's about 2 minutes long, and I play it to let the audience build before we start the show. Because what has happened a lot, obviously, is I would go, I'd start the show and immediately start talking, and then the audience would build. People would miss the open. So that's why when you're here with us live. So if you don't like it, you can just wait or fast forward through. So the open plays, it's just basically a warning to let you know you got about 2 minutes from the time you hear the song start till we start the show. Hey, Leon, disappointed France lost, but Spain is no joke. Hope England pulls it out. Leslie, good morning. Antonio, good morning. Ole Miss and the famous words of Bubba Gump. Stupid is, stupid does. Well, Forrest Gump is the one who said stupid is, stupid does, right? It wasn't Bubba who said stupid is, stupid does. It was Forrest, right? Been a long time since I've seen Forrest Gump. Hey, Devin, what up? Bobby, good morning. Mr. Phil Good, we need a good old nightcap. I'm just here at Uncensored Scone. Have a good day. Yeah. Trying to think when we can get you a nightcap. It's just when I get home from work now, it's I get home 6:30, 6:45, eat a little dinner, and then it's Drew time. Take him to the store, or we go ride or whatever we do. It's Drew time. And then I get back home. I start prepping for Locked On. I got to make the thumbnail, got to make the graphic on the side and the whole thing. If there's sound bites or video bites, I need to kind of start clipping those. And then we get Drew in the tub, get him dressed for bed. And then I'll do Locked On. And then I go do my sauna. Then I shower. And then it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. It's like I'm not starting a new show then, So figure something out. Let's see. Good morning, Matt. Didn't see the live notification to say, no worries. When Drew's in school, same time. Summer 7:15. When school starts again next month, his actual school day, when he's got to be there at 8, we'll start at 6:45. Hey, Casey. Nuss was got it. Nuss was 249. I was wondering. I was like, what was that? Hey, David. Good morning. Jalen. Good morning. Good to go. Shirt not comfortable. Well, it's baggy, and I don't like that. The collar folds, and you can see the white fabric under there. I might take this shirt off. I like is Vineyard Vines. I like Vineyard Vines. It's just this is a large. Vineyard Vines runs big, and so this fits me like a dress. So I'm probably gonna change the shirt. I'm very uncomfortable. Singer, good morning, Brad. Did you like going to Little Rock? I always heard it's a dump. Little Rock is the worst road trip in the SEC, bar none. There is no way an SEC football game should ever be played in that trash pile of a stadium. The amenities are not sufficient to host an SEC game. Bathrooms, concessions, parking. You park on a golf course. It is an atrocity. And I'm glad that Arkansas now plays their games in Fayetteville. Little Rock they should never be allowed to play another SEC game in Little Rock ever. Tea time. Let's see your comment on Steve is willing saying you are fear wearing a headset and you didn't finish that, but I don't really have any comment on Stephen Willis. My suggestion would be that like none of you should listen to anything he says because who cares what Stephen Willis says. I'll be at Fayetteville. The Watchers keep the golden boot. Patrick, not bringing Sam Leavitt to SEC Media Days is certainly one way to make sure every question is about Sam Leavitt. I understand rewarding established LSU voices. He's going to be one of the central storylines all season. Bring him seemed like the obvious play. Well said. Hey, Jason, good morning. Rex, morning, Matt. Do you think there's a strategy behind keeping Leavitt so quiet to the media? Is it Kiffin's decision or Sam's? Lane does not talk about injuries. I know that much, and he's told us that much. Now, I, at LouisianaSports.net, reported both the Aiden Anding and Gabe Rutherford injuries. And then at the next press conference, asked Lane to confirm them, which he did. But if we just ask him about an injury, I don't think he's going to be forthcoming with information. I don't know that there's a strategy there. Some coaches handle injury conversations differently. Like Les Miles was super close to the vest, never disclosed anything. Ed Ogeron, Brian Kelly, really forthcoming. You ask them a question, they would answer it. So it just, I don't know that their strategy. I think coaches have reasons for why they handle those things the way they do. Especially now with an injury report mandated by the league. I don't know that there's any benefit of not saying things. Anyway. Hey, Brian, good morning from Pensacola. David, Manny, Tiger Diver, Michael, do you know if Shaw is involved with the new arena discussions? What big names do you know? Like, is Shaw building it? Oh, Shaq. No, Shaq is not involved in the arena discussions. Matt, in your opinion, which signee has ace stuff? Stringer, sides, etc. Anyone else? I think Colby Stringer is the guy that has the biggest upside. And I think we are going to really enjoy watching him pitch at LSU. Alex, good morning. Robbie, is Hester and Flynn going to be at Rouse's Fridays during football season like last year? Working on finishing all the football sales packages right now, but I believe that is the plan for them to be there again. So that worked really well. And, you know, we've got the whole desk set up there from Eagle 98.1 game day. So, Jacob, good morning. Let's see. As a personal trainer, I think they're giving him his adequate recovery time to get as close to 100% as possible. That's why he didn't participate in spring, is they were letting him heal. But that doesn't, not bringing him to media days doesn't mean a lick for that. Hey, Gregory, good morning. Club, good morning. John, Matt, the Locked On Ole Miss guys think you're scared of Ole Miss. Yeah. Like, my recommendation is don't watch Locked On Ole Miss. Like, who is Stephen Willis? He's a fan who does a podcast. Okay. Chandler, good morning. Just saw the BK comments, and his one about win percentage is so silly. It's easy to mention only 3 home losses until you look, see, it's because you got dog walked in all 3. Well, he clearly had those stats ready, right? Like a 700 winning percentage and 22-3 at home. Like, he had those ready to call to mind. So, and the 3 home losses are one thing, but it's not even that you got dog walked in the 3 home losses. Like, you lost a bunch on the road. There's a lot of expectation, man. Hey, Ron, good morning. Mike, I love the opening song. It's a winner. I got to get going. I got to go. God, I'm late. Been having this debate, best baseball movie ever. Mine is Sandlot. What's yours? Major League. Major League is one of my favorite movies ever, not just baseball movies. All right, y'all, my apologies. I really got to go. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. This is funny, Randall. Matt, there's an Ole Miss podcast that brings your name up a lot. All they ever talk about is LSU. Please thank them for watching and let them know that I don't watch their shows. But I'm glad that they're here watching mine. All right, y'all have a great day. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. All of our sponsors are linked on the description on YouTube and podcast. Locked on LSU is live, AFR3. See you.